Yeah, I'm telling you, bless you just like sneeze, son. Come on, yeah, this is all of my needs, son. I believe. Just believe in myself. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. I said, you gotta believe.
Yeah, Juarez. Yeah.
Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself.
Yo, Mark.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
You good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming through.
Oh, pleasure.
Where you from, man?
Springfield, Ohio.
Where's that near?
It's on 70, Interstate 70 between Dayton and Columbus.
Between Dayton and Columbus?
Yeah.
Which big of the city you closest to?
I used to live in Columbus, so it's 20 minutes from Dayton, 40 minutes from Columbus.
Okay, so you born in Springfield?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
All public schools?
All public schools. Yeah. And then county schools. Yeah.
Okay. You finished high school?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. One parent household, two parent household?
Two.
So your father was in the crib?
He was in the crib.
Your whole life?
My whole life.
You got brothers and sisters?
Got a sister. One sister. She's older.
She's older than you?
Yes.
So it was the four of y'all?
Before us, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Were you athletic as a kid? Did you play sports or anything?
I play sports, but I wasn't the best, but I stay active. You know, my grandfather always said, believe in just staying active.
Yo, so your grandfather was in your life too?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Big influence on you?
For sure.
Where's he from?
He raised all his life in Springfield, but I guess it was another little small town outside, you know, back in them days. I think Gallipolis, Ohio. He was born there, but then moved straight to Springfield.
Okay. Now, are you from the islands? Are you like Caribbean, Jamaican, Haitian, or are you foundational Black American?
Yeah, Bruce is here.
Your roots is here.
Yeah.
Do you know where they go back to the South on your mother, father's side?
You know, everybody used to go back to Tennessee or Kentucky.
Tennessee or Kentucky?
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all, when you have family reunions or whatever down there?
We have, yeah, the Carters, was it Riverside, Tennessee? Yeah.
Okay, okay. How important was your grandfather to you, Mark?
Oh man, it was everything, man. Yeah. Wouldn't be the type of person I am today if it wasn't for him. The morals he installed, you know. And
this was your mother's father or your father's father?
My father's. Yeah. Yeah.
So you had your father and your father's father, your grandfather in your life?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They did construction. Yeah.
Okay.
Dad, grandpa, yeah, he was definitely a big part. Yeah.
Your parents, they were hard workers?
Oh yeah. My mom, she used to own hair salons. My dad did construction also. He retired from the Army Corps engineer.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what you saw growing up?
Yeah, definitely. No. Seen a little bit of everything growing up from the city, you know, but as far as inside, once I went inside the house, that's what I seen. You step out, you see the different stuff.
Right. How old are you?
44.
44. Born in 1980?
1980, June.
Okay.
Yeah, June.
Okay. Now, you ended up doing some time in federal prison.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How did you get involved in that? What was your charge?
Distribution of marijuana. And then they gave me money laundering charge for, like, you know, buying vehicles and things of that nature. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So money laundering and selling weed.
Selling weed, yeah.
Okay. How much time you got?
They gave me 100 months for weed.
100 months?
Yeah.
Really?
They gave me 100 months. Yeah.
What is that? 8 years?
It's like, it adds up to like 7.5. And then I got a blessing when who was in office? Eric Holder, when they passed that what's that called? Non-violent offender, and knocked off 2 years. Then I had to fight to get in the program RDAT because it wasn't on my paperwork, so I had to fight for that. Then I got in, that knocked off another year, so I got a blessing and knocked off 3.
So they ran the money laundering and the weed together?
Yeah, they ran the current, yeah.
How much weed they charge you with?
It was a little bit over 1,000 kilograms.
1,000 kilograms of
A
weed?
little under, yeah, a little under 1,000 kilograms, yeah.
So you was moving weight.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you get busted?
I didn't know how we get busted. One of my friends met somebody when he was in state prison, and while he met the dude in state prison, the dude my friend met was already telling. He got out. It was all on paperwork, so he got out. He got out that situation, came home, and then what happened with that guy was involved with the Ohio State stuff, and got
State of Ohio charge.
no Ohio State the football when Ohio State that big thing went on with the tattoos and all that. He was in that situation, and then
Ohio State University.
yeah, and that buckled down with the football players from getting tattoos, and that dude was in that situation, and then buckled down to us. That yeah, he was already ratting, but my friend didn't know he was ratting, and he brought him around, and it took down our whole little crew. Yeah, and my crew, we most of us still talk, but there's the one's still out there, but we'll come around one day. But it is what it is. But we was a pretty good group of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 1,000. So how did the feds do it? Did they bust you with 1,000 kilograms of marijuana at one time, or do they make these buys over time and add it up?
No, they never caught us with anything.
They never caught you with anything?
No.
So it was a conspiracy?
Conspiracy, yeah. They never caught us anything.
They never caught Marc with nothing?
No. Just when they hit my spot, and they found like some stuff that didn't add. What they found at that time was when they get me 2011. It was I think I had like some small pounds. It was like some granddaddy. That what was in at that time. And I think I might have like 5 or 10 of those.
You call them granddaddies?
They was Granddaddy Perp at that time, about 2011. That's
Granddaddy Perks?
Perp, no, Granddaddy Perp, like purple.
Oh, purple weed,
Yeah.
So that's weed.
Yes, weed. Hell, I don't do no perks. Nah. Yeah, Granddaddy
Granddaddy Perk
Granddaddy
is
Perp.
a strain of weed.
At that time, yeah. So this is 2011.
And they found 2 pounds of that, you said?
Like no, between 5 to 10. I can't remember. I think it might have been 5 because at that time it was like 5 to 10. I think we was getting at that time it was going for like 55. We can get them for like 5,500 at that time for a pound. Yeah, 2011.
So they hit the spot, they found that.
That was it. That's all.
Is that how they tied you in?
I was already tied in from conversation.
Phone?
No, probably phone too, but like the same guy that my friend brought around, we started hanging. And
So he started chilling with you, knowing he wasn't right.
he wasn't right. Yeah.
So he was working something off for some shit
Yeah.
he had did.
Yeah. He took our little crew down. Yeah. That's what happened.
Marc, tell me that day. Talk about that day. Where were you when the feds came? Did they come to your house or did they pull you over? Talk about that. You remember that day?
Oh yeah, for sure. You will never forget. It's funny. One of my dudes out of Columbus named Kidder, he was like, "Bro, man," he's like, "cause they got busted like 6 months or a year before I did at a warehouse, cause they was getting some loads in too." He was like, "Bro, you'll never forget that diesel sound. Like you can." He's like, "It's just in my head. You can hear the diesel truck." So it's funny. I wake up that morning. That same dude told on me, called my phone. And it was like, basically to see where I was at. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to jump in the shower. I'll hit you in a little bit. So I went to go plug my phone up on the nightstand. And I hear that diesel sound. My friend was describing. So I looked out the window. And it was like a movie. They was jumping up. SWAT was jumping off the truck. And they running to the door. So I have just my wife beating on and some boxer briefs. So I run down the steps. I opened the door for them while I opened the door, I remember there was 2 at the top of the step and another guy in the middle with that little slammer thing.
With the batarang.
Yeah, so when I opened the door, he's pulling it back. And they just paused.
Knock the door down.
Knocked the door down. So then
You opened up the door for him.
Opened the door for him.
And said, what'd you say?
I didn't say nothing. They told me lay down. They put the zip ties on me. Immediately.
Put you on your stomach.
Yeah, my dog running around, my little Westie running around at that time. she licking them and everything. So they put her in the cage, and then yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. And then
How many of them was it, Mark?
It was a few. So the SWAT came, and then the agents came in. And I remember one agent kept looking at me. He'd walk in, kept looking at me, and then the next time he come in, he said, "You know what?" He said, "You got a lot of people outside mad." It was like, this is the first time anybody ever opened up the door for him. So they get a rush from busting in the
knocking
window.
shit down off the hinges.
Yeah, so there was he said, that's the first time anybody ever done that. That's what he said. This was in Columbus.
So they start questioning you immediately?
Nah, they ain't do no question. They just came in.
They had everything.
They just came in and start looking for stuff. Like, you know.
Did they find anything?
Jewelry. What the hell? Jewelry. I think it was like, you know what? It might have been like 5. It might have been 5 pieces. I had to pick the pounds in the. I don't know if they still make it. The Home Depot bucket. They used to have a little seal around it, the orange one, so you could pop it. So I think I had them in there in the basement.
They found them?
Oh yeah. He popped it and he smelled it. And I heard him say bingo, but it was only 5. It was only 5 pounds. And I think they found some money. Then they found some money I didn't know I had in there. I forgot. So.
How long they was at your crib?
A few hours.
They was deep?
Oh yeah, they was definitely deep. They was deep.
Was the Ohio SWAT with them, or was just all feds?
I think they all worked together, but it was all feds and and IRS. Feds and
They had the helmets on, the shields, everything.
The SWAT did. The SWAT, yeah, but the other guys.
Shotguns, rifle, all that.
Yeah, the rifles. And then the other guys, the agents, they usually like this. When you see, it's not nothing like the movies when people think they in suits and stuff. Like, it's funny now. Every time I go somewhere, even though I ain't in that gang, I'm always looking at people's shoes, because most of the agents, they wear running shoes and jeans and sport. That's one of the first things.
Hoodie.
No hoodies, but in sport shirts, like team shirts and jeans and what you call it. That's their whole attire. If you look at all of them, they got everybody got the same stuff on.
With the pistol on the hip.
I don't know if you seen the pistol, but I ain't seen no pistol. Yeah, but that's what you.
So, Mark, when you on the ground, zip tied, and they running around your crib, what's going through your dome at that point?
Shit, I don't know. What was I thinking? At that time, I'm trying to think where it came from. Well, I knew where it came from, so I'm listening to what they're saying to me. Because it was only a search and seizure. They weren't coming to arrest me. It was just, they took the zip ties off, put the handcuffs. When the SWAT left, the agents came in, cut the zip ties off, put the cuffs on me, and set me on the couch.
Cuffs in the front?
I can't remember.
Set you on the couch and
set me on the couch, and now I just watch them. I'm watching them move around, and then a couple of them say something, and I remember one said something, and I knew. That's where I knew for a fact where it came from, because a lot of my friends, my circle, didn't never seen me with this other person before, but that guy that told on us, he seen me with the guy a few times out in the clubs at that time when I went clubbing. So I knew where it came from. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the only person that see me with this dude. But this dude do his own thing. You think that me and him are involved? We're just acquaintances, cool. Slap hands, you know what I mean? Sing a drink, that's it. But I knew you was the only one that ever seen that. So that's when I knew where it came from.
Did they start asking you questions if you wanted to help, cooperate, anything?
No, they ain't asking anything.
They weren't asking you nothing?
No.
Did they arrest you and take you with them that day?
No, search and seizure.
So after they was done
yeah,
getting everything they wanted, they took the handcuffs off you and left you at the crib.
Left me at the crib.
What's going through your dome now?
Man, I don't know what to think. I'm just sitting around just...
Your wig is blown back.
No, I don't know what's going on. They just came in and that's all they did. You know?
You know, when they came to my crib, when they came to my office, and they left because they didn't arrest me neither.
Yeah.
What came over me instantly was that my income stream was over.
Gotcha.
right? Like what the money that I was making and what I was doing to make money was
Right.
on its way coming to an end. Did you have a feeling like that, or was you like, I'm gonna still keep hustling?
Nah, when it came to like that, I started thinking the same thing. That's when I started thinking, it's funny, one of my guys, I used to say a certain amount of money was broke. That's when I was a little arrogant, because I used to tell people like, when we was younger, you only got 100,000, you broke. You know what I mean? We get down to a hundred, start panicking, and that's nonsense for real. You know what I mean? I didn't know no better. I'm just being arrogant as a
And that's the kind of money you getting at that time.
Yeah. So that was the lifestyle. So once I got busted and everything got flipped upside down, I start thinking about real life. Like, as long as I can pay the bills, I'm good. Why was I out here? I needed this. Be like, I need this, I need that. Now just make sure the bills is done, and then I can figure everything else out. And that's the only thing I was worrying about. And now going through that time after that, as long as I could pay the bills, that's the only thing. I didn't have nothing extra. So it started changing my way of thinking. And I'm like, damn, because they came and took everything, cars, all that. So it's like I could have been modest. It wouldn't even been this.
What kind of cars you had?
At that time, they took we'll have it. We got busted in 11. We'll have King Ranch F-150. I had a little sport track. Remember the Ford sport tracks?
Yeah.
Because you can fit them in garages easier, and you can fill them up with the bells. And I had at that time I had an Audi 8 AEL Dub 12. At that time.
They took all that.
Yeah, I took all that. Yeah.
How much? What was the dollar value amount in your paperwork that they said? I know you said 1,000, a little under 1,000 kilos of wheat.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have a dollar value on it?
Nah, they said, and if you look us up, you Google us, they say that our crew was like a Fortune 500. That's what they said about it. Said we was a pretty good group of smart individuals. That's what they did say about us. It was.
And that's in the paper.
I know in the paper it was group. They said it was a Fortune 500 because it ran like a Fortune 500 company.
How much money y'all was getting on a monthly basis? What was coming through your hands?
I don't know. I don't know what my other partners was doing. We had at that time you gotta think this is 2011, 2010. So if they was coming to me at 1,000 or 950 or it depends. I think I might have been getting the lowest 950, and I might I might charge 1050. I might make a dollar on the point. People might think like that's nothing, but yeah. But if you getting 1,200 to yourself, you know what I mean. If you're getting 1,200 to yourself, and I can move. If I could give this week, give my one guy 100, give my other guy 100, and then I could split 50 and 50 between one of my other two little dudes. 300 a month, 300 a week times 300 pounds times 100 is 30,000 profit. So you can make 30,000 profit easy.
A month.
Yeah, and you'd be like, and it's moving because weed's like cigarettes. People smoking back to back. You know what I mean? Well, I used to tell people it's more money in weed than it is in powder. And if you don't understand the weed game, I've been to both powder game and the what's it called. People ain't snorting powder every day, all day. I mean, they snorting every day, but they're not snorting back to back. They smoking.
Like they smoking weed.
They smoking weed back to back. It's
7 days a week.
7 days a week, back to back, all day.
So Mark, now you just out. Do you lawyer up?
Oh yeah. I was having a bad. I keep it all 100. I was having right before you start. It's crazy. You probably know this too. Right before anything ever goes wrong, you start getting signs. You start getting signs, man. Like it's universe is just stuff just start going wrong. Stuff start going wrong, and I was ignorant. I wasn't one of them people who really saved. I said now. I want the oohs and ahs. I want you to see me. You know what I mean? I wanna buy you this, buy you that, all that stuff. So I ain't really saved like that. So when they hit me good because I had most of mine on. You know what I mean? Well, I had a little bit saved, but it wasn't enough. Not what I was making. Like that's what I beat myself up. That's how I am. That's why I am who I am today. because I know my mistakes as far as the money. You know, you get it's money hard to come by. When we was younger, we can go get it. Now it ain't like that. But
You got the lawyer.
I got the lawyer, but my man had to help me out. My dude, one of my coaches.
How much was your lawyer fees?
Like 20,000. My dude had dropped me off 10. He dropped me off. He dropped me off 10, not even knowing they was about to come get him.
So you call him and say, "Yo, they just left."
They just left me.
And then they went by his spot.
They hit him a couple of days later. We thought he was out the clear. He's doing good. He owned the gym. He owned the gym in Columbus, Ohio. He's doing real good. Yeah.
So you go to court.
Yeah.
They try to get you to cooperate.
All they ask you, they ask you all types of questions, but nah, we ain't do none of us do none of that.
You weren't with that?
Nah, none of us was. We still talk.
You went to trial or no?
Nah, heck no. You don't go try with them. They gonna give you that time. You just gonna take it.
Take it.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, you can't fight the feds. They a gang. You know it. You can't fight them. You can't fight no feds. No.
So they came with the plea of 100 months.
Yeah. Run it.
You said, "Let's go."
Yeah, I didn't want to, but let's go.
And the money laundering, they had money laundering on top.
Yeah, it was just ran in there. It was just for like a vehicle, I think.
Oh.
Vehicle, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get sentenced. What year is this? You get sentenced?
13. In the 13. No, I'm sorry. In the 12. And I was in jail 13. And I went.
Who was you in jail for?
No, I'm saying they sent me off.
Oh, that's when you okay.
They sent me off. They sent me off to Lexington first.
Okay.
And I was in Lexington.
So did you have to self-surrender?
Yeah. They let everybody, all of us self-surrender. Every last one of us.
Okay. So the first spot you go to, you self-surrender is Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah.
That's a low.
It was
Then they got like a medical thing there.
It's an administrative law. Yeah, administrative law.
Okay. What was that like?
It was cool.
Was this your first time ever going to prison?
No, it was my second. I went a long time ago before that. Yeah.
In Ohio?
Mhm.
How much time you did in that?
3 years.
For what?
Powder, coke.
Okay.
Yeah. So I felt like, in that situation, I felt like coming home, changing my life, and doing something lighter. That I wouldn't go back to jail. I was thinking weed was gonna be a slap, but they slapped me with the weed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they used your points from your Ohio bid to raise your points for your guideline.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to Lexington, and you got this 100 months in front of you. What's on your mind at this point? You just like, I've just got to do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. When I got to Lexington, I was in there with people doing life. Some people doing 20. Some, it was just like, let's just knock it out. But I remember being in there looking at that fence every day. I was miserable. I was miserable. And I did what I had to do to get my points knocked down a little bit so I can get to the camp. So what you do, start programming. Got into the schools they had. A cooking class to knock down my points so I can hurry up and get in there.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
How long you stayed at Lexington?
I got there, February. I left in October. 13. So I was there like 9 months, 10 months, something like that.
And then is that when you got to Morgantown?
Mm-hmm. Got to Morgantown. As soon as I got Morgantown, all the homeboys coming. You want the phone? Nah. I don't want none of that. Y'all don't want to go back across that fence.
Yeah, I didn't want no phone either. A lot of niggas have phones. But I was short though. I just talk to everybody when I get out.
Yeah. A lot of people who had phones wasn't never behind the fence. So like, they don't know the stress. For real. Like, you don't want to see that fence. So we had, Morgantown was a golf club. So
yeah.
So
you finished out the rest of your bid at Morgantown?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, was there any positive things you took from how much time you did all together?
My whole life, like almost 8. As far as
the whole bid. Would just affect the whole federal bid.
I think about 4.5.
Was there anything positive that Mark took out of that experience, whether it was having a conversation with yourself, thinking things through, coming up with a plan? Did you get any positive out of it?
Oh man, when I got the Morgantown, that's when things started. The mind started changing. It was already changing. Listen to people at Lexington, but when you got the Morgantown, it's a camp. So you in there with a lot of business people, a lot of doctors, a lot of politicians. You remember the mayor from North Carolina was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mayor of North Carolina was there. My guy, Mr. Renzi, the U.S. representative, I still text him here and now. Sometimes, mostly on his birthday. The dude, my guy Happy, that owns Happy's Pizza. Like, just seeing them guys move and network
a lot
and talk.
of the Wall Street dudes.
Yeah, a lot of just
bankers, investment bankers, stockbrokers.
Yeah, they just give
CEOs.
Right.
All of that was there. Doctors, pediatricians.
Yeah.
Pharmacists.
Everything. And they give you, and you rub my elbow. Let's be honest, we ain't gonna rub elbows with them type of people every day out here.
No.
You know what I mean? So just to get that energy, and then just to see how these successful people are moving, it just started to change. The conversation was different.
And you get to talk to these people for hours every day, uninterrupted.
Yeah, and no more street dreams. You know what I mean? Like we did that. Or I done that. It's like I'm not thinking about the streets no more.
You was done.
I'm done. I'm trying to get to the next level. How can I get to the next level? You know what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking about. I was tired before I left. Before I got in trouble, I was trying to switch over, but I just didn't know how. You got money, but you don't know. I didn't have no direction. To someone to show me how to.
What do I do with all this money?
Yeah, how I start putting. What I do? How I start working on my credit. I wasn't even working on. We buying stuff cash.
So some of the positive aspects was some of the people that you met that influenced you to look at yourself in a different way. You think?
Yeah, definitely.
As far as business.
Definitely. And then that program that because I finished it. Then they had another little building that after the people who graduated had to go there. So we were still dapping a year after it was over. So I had about 2.5 years in that basically.
That was in Randolph or something like that, right?
Randolph and another Bird,
okay.
And something else. And
so you still programming on the RDAP there?
Yeah, we still programming. So our mind is just always constantly holding ourselves accountable. Just
positivity.
Yeah, just just thinking and just like I said, just talk to them guys. Because I do my as a trade now. I'm a heavy equipment operator and crane operator, and I got that from there. I remember this was a black dude out of Akron named Preston, and I remember he stood up and he was talking about his son. I guess his son got life for killing somebody, and he was saying that he told his son to go to a heavy equipment school, and after he got done speaking, I wait till we go back to the corner. And I'm like, yo, Mr. Preston, what's that crane school and heavy equipment school you was talking about? This is 2015. I said, what's that school you was talking about? He said, I think it's down there with you in Columbus. I said, yeah. So at the time I had my wife look it up. She looked it up, she sent me all the paperwork. And I asked this other guy, I forget his name, older white guy, and he sold heavy equipment, but he was in there. And I asked him, was it profitable? He's like, yeah. So I had, I got into it, studied it, made it my plan to go there when I got out. Did all my research. And when I got out 2017, I went to go visit the school. And then I enrolled 2018, April. The heavy equipment school, crane school. So then I got in the IBW, lecture union.
So you in the union now?
Yeah, I'm in the IBW. I'm in the lecture union. I'm not working right now because I'm messing with the real estate. But yeah.
You never went when you got out. You didn't go back to the streets, Mark?
Nah. Ain't no reason. I felt like what I had left, I had to make it work. You know what I mean?
The streets was out there though.
They definitely was out there. It's attainable, but next time they get me, it ain't gonna be nice. It wasn't gonna be nice.
You weren't taking that chance.
Nah, cause what you gonna do? You go get on. It's already you already got you're a first time, second time offender. So if you get your points, so you get caught with no matter what, if you get caught with whatever's moving, because we might have been moving when I came home. I mean, went out when I went to jail, but we wasn't moving when I. So the game changes. It might be weed in now this year, this quarter. Now, coke's in, Fetty's in. You know what I mean? So what you gonna do? Meth's in. I already seen that 50 grams of meth get you 10 to life. Just 50 grams. Shit. 5 bricks is gonna get you 10 to life on your first offense. Time you go, time I go see my essays, they're gonna give you 10 bricks. That's 20 to life. It ain't worth it. Then you divide that up. 5 bricks. You divide that up, you're doing what? You're locked up for $20 a month for 25 years. It ain't gonna make sense. That's what you gotta tell your family. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when
absolutely. You doing the math.
You doing the math. You get
on the amount of time you gonna get for the amount of money that you making, the risk involved.
Right. You get 5 bricks. I make $1,000 off each one because I'm wholesaling. You get $5,000. I mean $5,000. 5,000 off. 5,000. 5 times 1,000. That's 5,000. You get 25 years. Divide that up. Divide that up. You ain't gonna make this 20 something. I don't know what it is. I did the math before. It ain't worth it. You gotta tell your people, I'm locked up for this.
Mark, what kind of changes did you make? What was the Mark? Did the same Mark that went into prison come out of prison? Or was
heck nah. As soon as I came home, I got in touch with all my people, all my friends. Some of them mad because I didn't get back involved, but I had to focus on me. So I removed myself from everybody. I still, phone calls. It's funny because I'll be watching when I first got out, 2017 in June. I'm watching Wallow. You talk, and I'm seeing him with the Adidas pants. I'm like, damn, I'm going to Kohl's doing the same, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm rocking this same attire. Like I wasn't into the oohs and ahs no more. So I'm just getting clothes just to keep me from going to the clubs, keep me focused, keep me on my path, and just stack my bread. I didn't buy a pair of shoes for 2 years. My wife bought my first pair of shoes. It wasn't that I didn't have the money. I was stacking my bread. I was stacking my bread. That's what was important to me.
As opposed to before, you buying every new pair of sneakers you see.
I'm getting whatever, but I didn't buy a new pair of shoes for 2 years. I got snags all in my Adidas pants, soccer pants, snags. I don't care.
Yo, I only had, I think when I went to prison, when I left to go, I might have had about 30 pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
And maybe about 13 or 14 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I think I gave the majority of them sneakers away when I went in.
Yeah.
I don't buy sneakers. I don't buy clothes like that. I don't need that, right?
Right.
Because you get $300. What do we got? $300 a month on the commissary.
Right. Was it 300?
Yeah, 300 minutes, and you can't buy but $300.
Yeah.
Was it 300 a week or 300 a month?
I don't know. I was only paying. I think I was spending $150 a month. That's all I spent on commissary. $150.
And I bought a pair of sneakers in there for $1.50. A dude was going home because I was wearing them boots.
Yeah.
And them boots was hurting my feet for like a week, and he was going home. He said, "Man, you want to buy these sneakers?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He said, "Give me 2 cans of mackerel."
Yeah, for sure.
And man, the sneakers was used, Mark.
Yeah.
But when they put them on my feet,
yeah,
it felt like heaven, man.
Yeah.
But what that did for me was that it showed me I could be comfortable in these used pair of sneakers. I don't need to get a new pair of kicks every month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I know what you're saying. But I fought demons though. I fought them. You know what I mean? Cause I wanted to touch back. It was easy, but I just had to go this other path. And once I got that first check with the IBW, it was over. It was over.
You knew you weren't going back.
I did a heavy equipment school. It cost me $22,000. That's all I had left. That's all I had. I put it all in the school. It cost me $22,000.
And you got a job.
Man, so after I got done, a month and I think it was like a month after I finished, they called me for a job. Yeah.
You told them about your criminal history?
Yeah, they don't care about that. That's the union. They don't care. As long as you got your trade and got your credentials, that's all that matters.
So even with a felony conviction, you can get out.
Yeah.
So ain't no excuses.
No excuses. So I invested in myself. They hired me my first with them since I had no experience. I'm an A operator, and I have my NCCOs that run the cranes. They hire me at $36 an hour, and then $150 per diem. And we working 7 days a week. My paychecks after taxes a week was $3,400 after taxes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I'm like, that's all, and that you don't have time to spend it. It's just adding up.
Cause you're working all the time.
You're working all the time. And I looked up. I had what I had in the bank. That's how I purchased my cribs.
So now you parlayed your job with the electric union.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the electric union?
Yeah, electric union, IBW.
IBW.
Mm-hmm.
You parlayed that into real estate.
Yeah, yeah.
And you involved in real estate now.
Right. Ups and downs because I didn't know what I was doing. Trying to find the right contractors. Ran into the problem. I should have set my butt down when the pandemic happened because materials went up, and when that happened, oh man, it hurt me. But because I didn't know, I just wanted to. I still had that street mind. I'll be okay. You know, you ain't gonna be okay. You gotta watch your money. It's different. It's different now.
Now, are you a flipper or are you a buy and hold in real estate? Or both?
Both. Yeah, both.
Depends on the opportunity.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Well, hopefully one day be a developer. And that's what I'm working on now. Hopefully I can work on talking to some people. That's what I want to do. I want to develop.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you, how old are you now?
44.
44. Do you work out at all?
Man, I fell off when I stepped home. I fell off.
What was the workouts like in the joint?
For me,
Yeah.
I woke up with that first count. Monday, I go in that little room. This was at the end. I could tell you my regimen. Because I was ripped up, man. You know what it was. I got up at 5:30. When that first count, went to that room. I jump rope for 30 minutes straight. I just keep going till I stop. Like if the rope stop, I get right back going. And then then I go work in the library as my job. And then when I call for lunch, I go out and lunch. I go do my pull-ups. So I do my pull-ups.
In the weight pit?
In the weight pit. Go do my pull-ups. And then, so I only ate breakfast and lunch. Well, I ain't go to breakfast. I just ate lunch there. As far as, you know, what they offer us.
So you doing that on an empty stomach? The jump rope and the pull-ups on an empty stomach?
No, yeah, you know, the jump rope's on an empty stomach. Because after the jump rope, I eat my, you know, we ate kind of nasty in there. Oatmeal with the mackerel inside the oatmeal. You know what I mean?
With the protein.
Yeah, so I eat that after I do my jump rope. Before lunch count, we go, right when they call lunch, we go do our pull-ups until they call the library. And then that last dinner count, as soon as they clear the yard, that was my pit time. And then
lifting weights.
After the pit, I went in there and did my stomach.
In rec.
And then as soon as I got done doing my stomach, I'll get on the run on the treadmill for 45 minutes.
So you was working out 2, 3, 4 times a day?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
How'd you look when you come about it?
It was nice. You know, I got my pictures. I got receipts. Yeah, I got receipts. Yeah, receipts.
Mark, talk about the discipline game that was needed to do that kind of work. You know, to program, to work in the library, to exercise, to wake up every morning at 5:30, do the same thing over and over. Programming like that in prison, and then were you able to bring that mentality out here to the streets and have it benefit you in your personal life after prison?
I was a little bit, but I made a mistake. I made a mistake and started. Once I did it for a while, but it was hard with the job and trying to when I first came out, I was doing street sweeping. I found from the halfway house. They had me doing street sweeping, doing parking lots, the street sweeper. But I tried for a while. I was doing that, and then I think I ain't gonna lie. I started like there was like a little bar or something around my house, and I'd go meet a couple of my dudes there. We'll talk, but it wasn't often, but it was enough. But I noticed once I start 1 alcohol a week or 2 alcohols, it start messing up taking me off my dean. You know what I mean? I've noticed that. I did notice that.
You Muslim?
No.
Okay, so you say dean, you just mean like
on my yeah.
Okay.
On my program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me off my program.
Okay. Mark, you got a hell of a story, man.
Yeah.
You got a hell of a story. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
Mark, you listen to the music, the music that these young dudes are making, and they glorifying prison and killing and drugs and all that, man. Give them something from somebody who has firsthand experience on whatever they talking about. These kids is 17, 16, 15, 21, 22, and they glorifying and almost looking forward to this kind of lifestyle. Give them a little something, man.
Man, I don't know how this is gonna come out, cause I understand what they're doing. I understand I understand where we come from, the neighborhoods we come from. I understand they want the money. You know what I mean?
Cause you was there at one point.
So I'm not gonna tell you not to get the money. I'm not, whatever. I don't know your situation. You don't need the violence though. You know what I mean? You gotta put them guns and them switches down. Cause I ain't carrying. And I was cool. Man, you gotta find you a mentor. Most of these kids, y'all have dreams. You gotta find you a mentor while you doing what you're doing. It's crazy that I'm saying this, but you understand what I'm saying, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give it to them, man, because some of them going to prison for a long time, and some of them going to lose their life, man.
You gotta understand. You gotta like I just told earlier about weighing the options of what you touching. You know what I mean? Is a Fetty worth it? You know, is it worth you losing your life? Is it worth you hurting somebody else's life? Because I feel like karma comes back on you no matter what you do. If you killing people, selling drugs and killing people, I don't condone that. That ain't my thing. That ain't my thing. No perks, that ain't my thing. Because real perks ain't even, some of these perks ain't even real. So that's not my thing. Man. I don't want to say, because these little guys would be like, he don't know what he's talking about.
Exactly, 100%.
So it's just like, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. But have a dream to pivot, man. That's all I can say. Just have a dream to pivot and get you a mentor. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Mark, you said karma is real. Why do you say that?
Because I feel like if you selling drugs that's killing people, like fatty, you don't have no good luck. You're not gonna have no good luck. Just not. That's why I never really got into the hard drugs. I never touched no fatty, never touched no dog food. But I just feel like
dog food. What's dog food?
Heroin.
Okay.
Yeah, heroin. Yeah, that's all I can say. I just stayed away from the hard drugs.
My man.
Yeah.
Mark, dope conversation, man. I'm glad you came through, man. You're a channel supporter. You bought. How do we connect? You hit me on Instagram.
I seen you and I kept looking. I seen you came past my page. I'm like, man. I said, man, I know him. And I just kept looking. And a couple of days went by. I said, yo. I started watching your mannerism. I said, man, that's my man that told me about going to Africa. That conversation.
We had at Morgantown.
Yeah, we was right outside the back of the gym. And I'll never forget, you was like, man, when I went to Africa, once I got the plane, my feet touched the ground. It's just the energy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And them type of conversations stick with you. Them little things. That's a lot though. You know what I mean? That little thing right there was a lot to me.
Yeah.
And so when you were saying earlier, them type of conversations changed me.
Ain't no question.
Yeah, all that's in it. That's all in the story. You know, all that was but yeah, never mind. But yeah, a whole bunch of stuff changed me, and just reading things.
Cool. Hey, Mark, man, I appreciate you, man, for coming through. I'm gonna tag you. You got Instagram? You want to give people your Instagram?
Yeah, it's private, but I ain't got nothing to show. But Ohio Clarky. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put his Instagram underneath the video if you want to reach out to him on a real estate tip. Maybe even some of the young dudes may want you for some mentorship, man.
Yeah, come on. I'm for it. Definitely for it. Point you in the right direction.
My man. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.